Hi, my name is Sheryl Marrero. I'm the owner of SavKon Construction, and what we specialize in is renovations for residential and commercial property. So on the residential side, we can do anything from a full gut to stud rehab, and on the commercial side, we specialize in Division 9. And Division 9, that's your ceilings, floors, framing, drywall, and painting.
How did you get started?
Well, I got started because I always had a passion for real estate and making things look nicer. So I started off as a landlord, and then I started, trying to cut costs by fixing a few things myself. And then later, I got interested in like flipping houses. And so then I started doing that. And then one of my friends gave me an idea, and he said, well, why not start a business in doing it? And so I said, sure, why not? So that's when I started my company. At that time, it was called Better Homes by Sheryl. So Better Homes by Sheryl, its focus was to provide rental properties to families at an affordable rate and make sure that the homes look nice, they were healthy, and just provide a healthy environment inside your home. And then in 2017, I decided to expand the company by pursuing contracts on the commercial sector. But with a name like Better Homes by Sheryl, it didn't seem to match. So at that time, I changed the name from Better Homes by Sheryl to SavKon Construction. And SavKon Construction stands for Savvy Contractors. So I decided to move forward and just started to do interior renovations on the commercial side. And so that's how we ended up with SavKon Construction.
So how long have you been in business?
I've been in business since 2011. And like I said, we started off with residential, and then we gradually grew into commercial. So today we actually do both residential real estate and commercial real estate. We do interior renovations, that's what we specialize in. And we currently do work here locally in the Columbus area. And we work on different projects. For residential, we work on older homes, we work on newer homes, we finish basements. We are actually in the process of LEED, or getting our LEED abatement certification. So we can do older homes that are older than 1978, and we make sure all the homes are LEED safe, and that's very important for children who are 6 and under, because most of those homes have been identified by having lead into the property. So we do have a certification where we can do lead safe renovations. And then on the commercial side, we've done projects like the Chillicothe Historic National Museum. We renovated their floor. We've done, Bureau Workers' Comp in Pickerington. We actually were the ones who actually replaced their entire acoustic ceiling tile and grid system. So we do a little bit of both residential and commercial.
So what changes are currently in your industry that will affect your business in the future?
Current changes, I would say, I think more people are aware. I'll go back to the lead issue. More people are aware of lead. More people are aware of not only just doing construction, but making it safe, not only for the people who are living in the homes, but also for the neighbors. Because part of lead safe, when you are renovating, you want to make sure you contain the dust, you want to contain the debris, and there's a special way you need to set up the home in order for you to keep all of the lead paint inside of an area. You have to set up a work zone area, and that contains the dust. It prevents, it from blowing throughout the home that you're working on. And so I think that's very important, because it's the same. Like, no matter what you do, you want to make sure you do the best you can by keeping it safe and affordable for everyone. So I think the more we learn about how to renovate in a safe manner, I think that's going to change the industry in a way where more people are going to be aware on who they're choosing to be their renovator or contractor, as well as just keeping up with trying to make sure you're doing the best you can without doing harm to people and the environment.
And tell me a little bit about the rise of the DIY in your industry, and how does that affect your company, or what's the difference between a DIY and
Okay, the do-it-yourself, I think that is on a rise, and I do believe that it's actually a misconception, especially for the clients, especially for homeowners, because a lot of times they look at the do-it-yourself home shows and they think that a lot of things are very easy to do and they don't have the specialized skills or been in the industry enough to know. And at the end of the day, those shows are really for entertainment. Because if you look at some of the shows, for an example, they may show, well, this house cost this amount, this house we put X amount in renovations and now it's worth this amount. Behind the scenes, normally it never goes as planned. So when you get a client and you run into unforeseen circumstances or things that need to be corrected, you have to fix it. They don't have a choice in the matter, because as a licensed contractor, when I open something and it's not to code, I'm getting inspected. So you don't have a choice whether you're gonna just patch up something and continue to move on. That generates what we call a change order, and that is an increase in your price. And so a lot of times, if you have a licensed contractor working on your home, their license are on the line. So they're not gonna advise you to do something that you are not supposed to do, and it's gonna be an increase in cost. So sometimes when you look at those shows, I think it's a misrepresentation of what our skill set is, what the codes we have to follow, and to be able to provide our clients with a good product at the end.
So tell me some of the general information you give to your what your potential clients need to know.
Okay, what I try to do, I believe communication is key with all clients and everyone. So in the beginning of the project, I always go over the estimate with the client. I also explain to the client, especially when there are prints involved, because many clients do not understand the process of renovation. So for an example, if you have a residential property and you want to do renovations, and if you're working with an architect, most clients want an estimate of how much it's gonna cost them to renovate their home. But if you're working with an architect, clients, please listen. Your contractor is bound by whatever is on the plans. So most of the time, the very first thing you want to do is work with your architect, get a complete set of plans finished. Once those plans are finished, that's when the contractor can review the plans and provide you a better estimate. Over 90% of the time, most clients want an estimate of how much their project is going to cost them before their plans are complete. So I would advise anyone, if you're working with an architect, finish your plans, then allow the contractor to give you a price, because the architect may see things or require that contractor to do certain things that you have not